I'm Kimberly Bonatti alongside Ethan Euchre.
Glad to be here.
Yes, and Jeff Wagstaff.
Chief cat herder.
And world-renowned orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Alfred Bonatti.
Part of the cat herder. Hey, Doc.
Hi. Imagine working hard to earn something, and then after you get it, you're told you must give some of it or all of it away in the name of fairness. Well, that's called socialism, and that's why the left is trying so hard to do with the country. And, well, they certainly need to be stopped. Joining us right now is Joe Sixpack, whose latest book, Socialism Sucks Your Money from Your Pocket. He tells us why it needs to be stopped. Thank you for being with us, Joe.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I'm assuming Joe Sixpack is an alias, by the way.
No.
But that's just a wild guess.
The Sixpack family.
You think? I say Joe Sixpack is more of a state of mind.
I gotcha.
So
tell us what inspired you to write this book. I mean, we're all in agreement in this room that socialism certainly sucks, but it doesn't seem to be the state of mind of the left and that portion of the country.
Well, I've been overseas for a number of years, and when I came back, I was gobsmacked at how much socialism had encroached in this country.
Yes.
And, I'm watching the right not doing a very good job of appealing to young people, and I'm watching the left who are very adept at appealing to young people. That's kind of where the inspiration came. I don't see things so much as Democrats versus Republicans. I see it much more as them versus we the people.
Yes.
And that's the whole idea, is try to get kids to exercise common sense, which isn't so common anymore. As I started writing this book, when the idea first came up about 3 years ago, if I had called anybody a socialist, I would have been laughed out of the room. And now it's mainstream. People are wearing it on their arm like a badge of honor.
But they're democratic socialists. You forgot that part.
Yeah, right. That's what I mean, though. They're so good at packaging. Think about all of their programs, whether it's Planned Parenthood or whatever. It always has a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling to hide the sinister nature of that which it is.
Much larger, darker plan.
Exactly. You say those with a socialist agenda have a, quote, much larger and darker plan. Explain what you mean by that.
It's like Islam. It's a total control ideology. They're tearing away at the fabric of our society. And whether it's nonviolence or multiculturalism or racism or green technology or whatever it is, it's all designed to do the same thing, which is to divide people into groups for their identity politics.
Yes.
And then keep us at each other's throats. And they're doing a very good job of it, I may add. You can prepackage it under whatever nice sort of name you want to give it. But in the end of the day, when push comes to shove and you're looking like, well, who's benefiting and who's not? And that's what it stresses in the book.
Right.
Don't listen to the talking heads. Look at who's benefiting. Where is the money flowing? The greatest example of that was this green
New Deal
boondoggle.
The green boondoggle.
Back in the 2000s. I mean, it's so clear what happened was the politicians stuck all their money into these companies that were not viable. They subsidized the hell out of them. Stock prices went up. These guys with the inside knowledge, they sold out. And then they stopped the subsidies and the companies all collapsed because they weren't viable economically. It's all that simple.
But you say this younger generation is loving socialism, but how do you get away from it when they're indoctrinating the kids starting in high school? Sometimes sooner.
Starting way before that.
And then in university.
A lot before that. For me, it's kind of simple. When you're trying to appeal to the young people, how about pictures? In my mind, put up a guy with a hunting rifle, nicely dressed with a Rolex, standing in front of a Hummer and a boat, an ATV, and then put up a picture of one of these Antifa clowns, with a bunch of ink and metal all over his face, and just ask a simple question: who would you rather be?
Better yet, why not take a picture of the individuals living on the streets and in totally deplorable conditions with feces and needles in San Francisco?
Absolutely. Those images to the kids.
Live in the Democrat areas that are bringing those type of policies to the country and see which one you want to deal with.
The only one who says it is Trump.
Right.
When he talked down Baltimore. And I love him for it. And why don't the other guys do it? Why don't the other guys on the right? Because they're complicit. They're just playing a role.
Absolutely. The corruptions in both sides, anything that Trump does today is cleaning the swamp. That is a very dangerous for Democrats as to the Republicans. They are so wet on the corruption that is exactly when nothing happened with all this tremendous amount of information that we have about corruption on Hillary Clinton and all this crowd.
Washington
but when
cronies.
nothing is being done, the Attorney General is not really delivering any type of a punishment to these people, and this is, to me, one of the indications that the corruption goes all over, because in any other circumstance, the Democrats will immediately attack and be tremendously strong, and these people will be out of there or will be in jail. and we are not doing anything, that shows me immediately that the Republicans are as corrupted as the Democrats.
Let me ask you something, sir. Where are you from originally?
I was born in Italy, and I grew up in Chile.
You know, so you lived in those places. You know exactly what socialism looks like.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I am so against the thing. The indoctrination starts on the kindergarten, then they start to go to healthcare, and they start to destroy the healthcare. Then they continue with the economy. One of the ways to control the population is that is why they offer all this thing for free. Don't take this thing like wrong. Don't take that these people are not going to do it. They give the money to the individuals that they are worthless in the country is exactly what they are going to do. Because that destroys and tanks the economy. Once you tank the economy, you have control of the population. And then you need to have a gun control, because if you don't have a gun control, then the population is going to raise up and it's going to be a problem. So they need to destroy that. Mm-hmm. This is exactly what happened in any communist or socialistic countries. That's why all the countries that they are in the socialism, they don't have guns.
Right. Absolutely.
Well said.
And we need to know, what can we do as citizens to keep America great?
Start electing the right people. We could start by not electing any more politicians. Let's just start electing business people.
Yes.
If I had my ways,
absolutely.
We'd have something called throw the bums out. I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, you've been in there for your 2 terms,
Yes.
You're gone.
Oh, I love it.
And put in a businessman in their place.
I agree.
Yes.
That's the only solution. And at the same time, you start to educate the kids from the schools.
Well, it'll never come from the schools. Forget that. I don't even call them schools anymore. I call them government socialist indoctrination camps.
Yes.
It's got to come from the home. It's got to come from the home. And that's why they're trying to destroy the family. Mm-hmm. They don't want the values. Education and schooling are not the same thing. One of my favorite lines, Mark Twain, I never let my schooling interfere with my education. And schooling is ABCs and 1, 2, 3s.
Right.
Education is grandpa taking the grandson hunting in the woods. It's dad showing the kids how to fix things and how to be a man.
Amen.
And that's what they're trying to destroy. That's why they're trying to emasculate men. Mm-hmm. They want to get dad out of the picture,
yes.
So that you have the women raising up all these little, whatever they are, with man buns and skinny jeans. Can't even tell what the hell gender they are.
You're right.
There is no gender anymore. That's what they say, at least.
Yeah, exactly. I call it the wussification of society.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Joe Sixpack, whose latest book, Socialism Sucks, Your Money from Your Pocket. Thank you for...
Thank you very much, guys. Take care.
Here's what it is. You have socialism. Democratic socialism is the pile of poo, but now you add sprinkles to it to make it pretty. But it still stinks. Mm-hmm. Make sure you check us out again next week on American Medicine Today.